Welcome back to the channel and to another 2K18 video. This, as always, is the 101. So today we are talking new moves, or more specifically, older moves that could be reanimated and brought back as new and improved moves for 2K18. So here we go. Up first, a nice and simple one. We have got the illegal pin from the corner. Now obviously nothing too fancy about this one, but potentially a pretty handy move to have for the Hill Superstars on your 2K18 roster. Sticking with the more basic moves for the next one, as we now have the dropout or throwout move from this position. Again, nothing too exciting or too fancy, but a bit of a different move that does look kind of brutal in its own way. That might be a pretty cool move to have. From simple to not quite so simple, as up next we have got the Tag Team Tower of Doom, or as it was known, the High Angle Tag Team Superplex. Now, as we've seen over recent years, 2K have done a pretty good job of giving us some top-notch tag team maneuvers, so why not continue that and consider adding this one to the tag team moves list. Sticking with tag team moves for move number 4 on my list, and from a tag team superplex to a tag team powerbomb. Now, whilst we do have different versions of tag team powerbombs on the current games, this is one that we don't have, but I reckon in terms of tag team moves from the older games, this one would be a great one to reanimate and bring back to the series. Now, as we know from 2K17, we do have some pretty badass super moves, but why not more than merrier and bring back the Super Tiger Bomb. As you can see, this one is a very cool looking move and could make for a great addition to this year's movesets. With the next one, we are going a little more superstar specific, and we are talking about RVD and this version of the 5-star Frog Splash. Now, whilst there is not any indication of RVD actually being on the 2K18 roster, as we know from 2K17 and 2K16, this trademark move does remain. Whilst the animation we currently have is fairly good in its own right, for me it doesn't quite compare to this version that we had in the days of SmackDown vs Raw. Of course, like all the moves on this list, the move would need to be reanimated, but a new 5-star Frog Splash in the style of this one would be a pretty cool thing to see. We are going back to the corner moves with move number 7 on the list, because up next, another move that I would like to see brought back is this very cool looking corner DDT. Now, I'm sure you will agree with me, this looks pretty badass and could definitely be a great addition to this year's movesets, especially with cruiserweights in mind. Another corner move that also might be handy for cruiserweight wrestlers is this version of the corner rolling powerbomb. Now, whilst we do have some similar moves in the game already, for me they're not quite as good as this one. Now, whether it be for the likes of the legendary Eddie Guerrero or some of the newer cruiserweight styled wrestlers, well, this again might be a nice move to have in the game. Move number 9 is one for fans of Legends, and more specifically for the Ultimate Warrior. This one is the clotheslines and splash combo that would of course work very well as an alternative finisher for the legendary Ultimate Warrior, who, going off the last 2 games, is a very likely legend for the 2K18 roster. But last up with move number 10 on the list, an old favourite, it is the Super RKO. Now yes, whilst we do technically already have a Super RKO in the game, it's currently a reversal and not actually selectable. If that remains the case for 2K18, why not bring this version back, which in its own right is a pretty badass version of the RKO, and will no doubt be a top-notch addition for both Randy Orton and fans of the move. And there we go, that is my 10 moves that you might want to see reanimated and brought back for 2K18. So let me know your thoughts on my featured 10, as well as letting me know any older moves that you want to see brought back. Let me know the name of the move and the game that the move is featured on, and maybe we'll see it in a future video. Anyway, that is it for this one, so expect more like this coming to the channel very soon. And with that said, until next time, this has been 101, and I will see you all on the next one.